This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the Kansas Jayhawks and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, they've got Duncan, and it's Terry in at the 4.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
Well, there have been a lot of great players out of Georgetown over the years, most of them big men, but don't forget about Allen Iverson. He might just be the most popular former Hoya of all time.
Freak with it. Just 5 on the clock from the high post. That's short off the rim.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
Gaines kicks to Lee. Left side, Terry. He dishes it to Oubre. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
Here's Rogers. Kept alive. Warren. Soft touch off the glass. Warren's got his first points of the night.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Gaines kicks to Oubre. And stolen by Price. And here's the fast break. Price leading the way. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Price. Rogers has got his second bucket of the night. Hoyas on D.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harvard.
And Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
And here are the Hoyas now. Jacks up a 3. Calderon pulls it in. On the wing, Daniels. Outside, Williams. He feeds it to Gaines. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in his zone.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, we've got Williams and Deadman into the 4 slot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Hoyas shooting their first free throws of the game.
All right, now, take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Rogers. And the Hoyas with some changes. Nelson comes in for Joseph. And Harkless is subbed in for Trice. And both free throws good for Rogers.
He's always been extremely reliable at the line, and today's been no different.
Williams kicks to Calderon. They set the pick. And Williams, here we go. Nelson with the steal. And now the Hoyas on the break. Here's Hodges. Finished off the break. Hodges has got the lead up to 2 now for the Hoyas.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
And really, basketball is about rhythm, and that allows your offense to flow better. Now let's see if they can build on it and keep this lead.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete. And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the Jayhawks do a great job in recruiting talent. All sorts of players have come through Kansas and found success.
Yeah, and you know they developed not only the stars like Paul Pierce and Andrew Wiggins, but role players too, guys that have made a living in the NBA as fitting into roles. Mario Chalmers and Nick Collison come to mind.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. The Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
Here's Rogers. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Rogers has got 13.
Wow. What a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes...
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Price is checked in for Rogers. And the Jayhawks also making... Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
And while there is a little bit of distance between the two teams, one big run could close the gap in a hurry.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. In order to hold on to this lead, they'll need to keep going to Freak to get things working for them offensively. This play in the second half of this game, critical.
Rogers in at point guard. Warren is out there with Hudson. Then there's Price. And it's Randolph in at the 2 guard. And for Kansas, we've got Oubre. And it's Gaines in at the center, walking down the middle. Hoyas leading by 12. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. They've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
Lee outside.
I'm going to
Kicks it to Terry. 11 feet away. There's the bucket. Good. Terry's got 5 points so far. Now the Hoyas with it.
And for the Hoyas, they really are one of the defining members of their conference. Hard to think about hoops in the Washington, D.C. area without thinking about the Hoyas. The blue and gray they wear is really just iconic.
And, you know, we've seen a lot of great point guards over the years, and Freak is right at the top for me. The things he can do with the ball are special, and he knows how to control the flow of the game, too. He's not only highly skilled, but he's a maestro in orchestration.
And it's really interesting. Controlling tempo and pace is oftentimes something that most point guards don't really learn until they are pros. But Freak understands how important that is already. It's a big part of why so many think he'll be successful as a point guard on the next level.
Passes it to Lee. Here's Gaines. It's hauled in by the Hoyas.
And you know, the Hoyas only have one college tournament title in their history. They won it all in 1984 and then returned in '85 to the title game only to be upset by Villanova. There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And they can use a few more sequences just like that. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
And so here's Kansas. The Hoyas getting their last shot to go.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And how about how he capped that one out? Almost like the 1-2 punch.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Hoyas shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Hey, you want me to close my eyes on this one, too?
And both free throws good for Rogers. And here is Jenkins. They set the screen. Shot from 12. Here's Boss. And he finishes nicely on the way.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin. One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Rogers in at shooting guard. Also Trice out there. And it's Felix in at the small forward. Here is Rogers. He kicks it to Joseph. Knocked loose. Trice. It's rebounded by Boss.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Both teams deciding to change it up. "30 seconds left in the second half.
This game's finally gotten away from him.
Yeah, it certainly has. I mean, there's not really much they can do at this point.
Here's Dedman. It's hauled in by Warren. Now Freak. Takes the 3. And he gets it to go.
The perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
So the Hoyas win it. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.